you think about building a house or building any sort of building, there's two ways to approach it, or two possibilities to illustrate this point. One would be you could start with a blueprint and an architecture, make sure you've got alignment on what exactly it is you're going to build, and you've got customer sign off that this is exactly what we're going to build. Then you start working with all the subcontractors to do all the different things per a project plan. That's sort of the intuitive way that is commonly understood to be the right way to build a building. The other option, which unfortunately is what most organizations do with their digital transformations or ERP projects, is you sort of skip the blueprinting, you skip the architecture, you bypass the general contractor, and you just start calling plumbers and electricians and framers and roofers and other subcontractors to come in and start building stuff. And imagine what would happen if you did that without any sort of blueprint or any sort of vision for the project. Now, the plumber may tell you, don't worry about it. I know exactly how to build plumbing. I've got a pre-configured way that I can build plumbing, but plumber doesn't know, is this a 2-story house? Is this a ranch? Is it a 3-story house? Is it a townhome? What is it? And how exactly is it designed? And that's a lot like what organizations end up doing, is they end up calling the plumbers and the framers and the roofers and everyone without having done all that upfront work. And they wonder why the project takes so long and why they're not getting what they want out of it. And if you think of it in the terms of building a physical house or a physical building, it's the same mentality or the same thing.
Yeah, let's run the wiring and the plumbing before the drywall goes up and before they blow the insulation in. Because if after all of that happens, now they say, oh, you want to put an outlet there? Well,
right.
The closest wiring is 20 feet away, and we got to go through all that insulation that we blew in. We got to
We've got to move the kitchen because the plumbing was done a different way than what you think, and so we've got to move the kitchen into a different part of the building. And that's what you end up doing with these projects. Is you end up, the plumber in this case, in this analogy, is the system integrator or the software vendor. You've called the plumber, and now the plumber is coming in trying to build plumbing, and you haven't done all the other work and planned for all the other work that needs to happen outside of what the software vendor and the plumber is going to do.
Yep. And then your system integrator is going to say, look, it's all prefab. We're not worried about that. We're going to show up. We got big chunks that we're just going to, all we got to do is screw them together.
Right.
Well, what if I don't want the kitchen there? What if my business requires my kitchen to be closer to the garage so that it's faster for me to take the trash out?
Right. Exactly.
Those types of things.